Namine. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Adigor Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Thank you, Sharni. Haribol.
Haribol.
So, let us start the class. You may, if you have any questions, you can ask. No question? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, there's a question from a student here. Let me just read this. Yes. Mhm. In Vedic tradition, is it okay to observe All Souls and All Saints Day? Okay. Well, mm, there's actually no harm in observing that. If you want to observe that because of some family pressure, uh, you know, here in the Philippines, majority are Christians or Catholics. And November 1 and November 2, this is the time wherein families go to the cemetery and, they commemorate the uh, the loved ones that has passed. Yeah. So usually they do that on the All Souls Day. And some would also do that on All Saints Day. So is it bad? Actually, in our practice, we well, me and my family, we don't celebrate it. We don't celebrate it because if you want to, like remember your loved ones who had passed away, you can do that when you chant the holy names of Krishna, and then you pause, and then you try to remember them. Yeah. uh, that is actually even better rather than wait till November 1 so you can remember your family members who have passed away, you know. So uh, although there is no rule in celebrating that, um, we don't, like myself, I, you know, me and my family, we don't celebrate that. We don't celebrate it because, you know, in the Bhagavad Gita also there's a statement there by Krishna of worshiping the ancestors, no, uh, going to the cemetery and offering foods and, you know, offering flowers there and stuff. You know, it's like worshiping the uh, ancestors. Pero okay lang mga, you know, like if Filipinos, you know, we don't go to the extent of you know, building up an altar with with your loved ones there on the altar, and then, you know, talagang giving offering of foods or fruits or whatever, no? The Chinese are very much into this. Yeah, they are very much into this. They're called um, worshiping of the ancestors, which is actually um, in the mode of ignorance. You don't even know that your loved ones from the past, they have already taken up new bodies, no? They have already taken up new bodies right now. You don't know where they are right now. Yeah. So it's always nice to, you know, to remember. So if you have somebody who have passed away, the, you know, like you try to remember them any time of the year, any time of the year, and you can say some prayers, no, to Krishna, that somehow Krishna will protect them wherever they are right now, like that. So no specific uh, policies that we follow. Mm. Okay, is that the only? Okay. Any other question?
Haribol, namaste.
Namaste, Alinette.
Haribol.
Go ahead.
Um, I am just curious about the story of Katvanga
Mm.
Maharaj.
Yes,
Uh, diba, he was a warrior of the demigods, and then
correct.
he was given a boon, but he rejected it. But asked how many how many oras na lang yung life niya on earth.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
it was said na 20 minutes na lang. So, immediately he went to India and meditate on Krishna. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about, uh, ganun kadali for him to meditate and go back to Krishna. Baka may on his past life, uh, serious devotee na siya. And
Well, you can. Mm.
another one is if a drunkard or a materialist
Mm.
is now dying and he surrendered unto the Supreme Lord, can
Mm.
he attain um, the spiritual kingdom too?
That's a very good
Haribo.
question, Alinette. Okay, may I'll just answer you first. about Katvanga Maharaj. Okay, Katvanga Maharaj, the mere fact that he did not accept the offer of the demigods, because he actually helped the demigods in fighting the demons, and they were always victorious when he was there, when he's always there. So he has been fighting the demons for a long, long time. And the mere fact that when he was offered this material benediction, that he did not accept it, will already tell you what kind of a heart he has. And then all of a sudden, he found out that he only had more, some moments left in his lifetime on Earth. So immediately he used that time to uh, meditate on Krishna. Okay, so uh, most likely he was able to actually um, achieve self-realization. He actually went to the spiritual world, because all his lifetime he has been a devotee already. He is already a devotee. Okay. Now, as far as uh, the drunkards and the you know uh, materialists in this world, gamblers, womanizers, rapists, etc. Okay, at the end of their life, they somehow or other, probably because they have met some devotees, okay, or they have met uh, a a spiritual master, that at the end of their lives they uh, sincerely ask for forgiveness of what they did. Okay, Krishna, especially when the devotee says, this person this person has already uh, uh, he has learned his lessons well. Okay, because normally when a person dies, when a materialist dies, okay, his mind is not on spiritual matters. His mind is where he is attached to. And a materialist, he is always attached to the temporary names and forms of this world. He's attached to his house, to his cars, to his money, to his bank accounts, to his relationships. All the material things and material relationships that he has around him. That is where his mind will go. His attachments. So it's actually very unlikely that he will that such a person can think of Krishna. Very, very unlikely, because where your heart is, that is where your treasure. Where your treasure is, that is where your heart will be. May kasibihan nga na ganun, di ba? Kung nasa yung treasure mo, mapupunta yung mind mo dun eh. For example, there is a story. Okay, there was a story of a Chinese old man who is on his deathbed, and he was about to leave his body. Okay, he was about to die, and all of his children said, "Let's go to father, and visit him right now." Uh, uh, all of them went there where their father is lying down, just waiting for death. And this guy is actually a very rich guy, very rich fellow, and he's got many, he's got families who uh, who benefited from his wealth. Okay, so while he was uh, lying down, he opened his eyes. He saw all his children there, no? All his children, he saw their faces. And uh, of course, the children were like, Dad, we're here to pay our last respects. Like that. So he opened his eyes and they were surprised because their father became a little perplexed, a little confused, no? Parang, huh? Why are you all here? I said, why are you all here? And they said, Dad, you're about to leave your body, you're about to die, and we're here to pay our last respects. You know what he said? Sa Tagalog pa, paano yung tindahan? He's about to die. But his mind is still in his business. Paano daw yung tindahan? What about the stores? What about the stores that they have, their businesses? Who manages them? Who manages who manages these stores? His his consciousness instead of going to God, still it went to his businesses. So where your treasures are, that is where your mind will be at the time of death. Ganun po yun. So, itong mga, you're, going back to the question of Elinette, what happens to those drunkards or to those very, very sinful uh, people who, at the time of death, tries to remember God or tries to chant the holy names of God? Will they be saved? Yes, they can be saved because apparently they were able to associate with devotees of Krishna, especially pure devotee of Krishna. They were able to associate, and that association is actually very powerful. So, if a person chants the names of God, it it actually cleanses his heart, cleanses his consciousness and mind, no? And um, so, as I've said, these persons, if they really are sincere, they would call on to God. But if they are not really sincere, they will not call on to God. Depende na yan sa heart eh. Although siguro yung iba, sinasabi sa kanila, pag namatay ka, kailangan maalala mo ang Diyos. So, because they are also salvationists, they want to be saved from going to hell because, they know that they are going to hell because of their activities. And because somebody told them that if you're going to die with that kind of a consciousness, 100%, you're going to hell. Okay? So they become afraid. They become so afraid at the time of death. So, kakapit sila dun. Hmm? Uh, so, depends yan, no? Depende yan sa kanilang consciousness. If they're doing that for uh, um, personal salvation because they don't want to go to hell, yeah, they would not be able to go to Krishna. But if They are chanting with sincerity in their hearts, Lord, had I known this earlier, I could have been serving you more time. But yeah, I just recently met somebody who told me about chanting, and I am very, very sorry, Lord. Like this, uh, he would attain, just like Katvanga. Although Katvanga is already a devotee, you know, he attained liberation. Now, uh, Jagayan Madhai, Jagayan Madhai was about to be executed. They were about to they were about to be killed by Lord Chaitanya himself. Yeah, and they were very, very afraid. They were very, very afraid. And because of Lord Chaitanya's mercy, Lord Chaitanya gave them the greatest mercy. And Lord Nityananda was the one who actually convinced Lord Chaitanya that, Lord Chaitanya, please don't do it, because, it runs counter to your mission in going to the here on earth. You came here to save the most fallen souls. Yeah. And who can be more fallen than these two thugs right here? And because they heard that from the mouth of Lord Nityananda, their hearts totally transformed from being a lover of this world to a lover of God, to a lover of Krishna. That's why, especially when Krishna took their hands and raised it, and then they started chanting, lahat ng karma nila tanggal. All their karmas dissipated. Well, especially that was Lord Chaitanya raising their hands like this. So depende po yan. Okay? So it's always nice to know that um, that it is not as easy as you think, that at the time of death you're going to remember Krishna. I heard Srila Prabhupada's lecture on this. He said some people uh, they use this as a uh, strategy. They say, I'm going to enjoy. I'm just going to enjoy life right now, and I'm going to be God conscious when I'm on my deathbed. You know, so in other words, they're just using the uh, devotional service, or using God for their own benefit. Hindi talaga po yun, sincerely. So, Srila Prabhupada said that they may they may have these intentions, okay, that they they just tell themselves, okay, I have become very, very sinful. Now, at the time of death, I will meditate on the names of God, or meditate on the forms of God, like this. Srila Prabhupada said it's not that easy. It's not that easy, because you have so many attachments in life. You have so many material desires in your heart. Yeah. And in your heart is where all the attachments and desires are. So at the time of death, this mind, instead of going to God, it goes there. It will become very, very difficult to actually uh, chant the names of Krishna. Kasi pupunta yun dun eh. Hindi yung pupunta kay Krishna. A devotee of Krishna, when they leave their bodies, their mind, their heart, their consciousness, their everything, yeah, is focused on Krishna. And the devotees of Krishna, even they are even if they are not yet uh, on their deathbed, they're always chanting the names of Krishna, always remembering Krishna, always hearing about the glories of Krishna, like this. So it becomes automatic. Automatic na lang yan. You don't even have to you don't even have to be you don't even have to worry about anything, because you know that Krishna will protect you. You have this Shraddha. Shraddha means firm faith. You have this Shraddha that Krishna will protect you. Mm. So automatic po yun. Hindi ka na freak out, you don't get freaked out. You don't shout in fear, because people, materialists, when they're about to die and they're, talagang alis na sila sa body, it's very painful. You know why it's painful? You know why they shout, and they're so afraid of death? Is that because they're uh, primarily not because of they're afraid to be burnt eternally in hell, but they're afraid to lose their attachments. Every day, we are attached to so many different things. We're attached to temporary names and forms of this world. We're attached. We're attached to water. Yeah. What if I tell you right now? You know, come back next week without drinking water. Huh? You will revolt because you can't stand up. You can stand not having to drink water. So we're all attached to water. We're all attached to oxygen. Am I not correct? We're all attached to the uh, we're all attached to our families. Now, where will my mind go at the time of death? If we have so many different types of attachments, so that's why uh, special mercy na lang po talaga yon. No? When a drunkard, not all drunkards and materialists, karmis, who try to you know do some prayers to God, will go to God. They may probably have some prayers, pero tapos na. Pagkatapos nun, wala na naman. Balik na naman ulit sa sa material uh, attachment to the temporary names and forms of this world. No? So it is actually very important that we become devotees of Krishna. Because when you're a devotee of Krishna, you're always thinking of him. You're always praying for his mercy, praying for spiritual strength. You always call out on Krishna's names. In other words, na-attach ka sa Kanya. Because na-attach ka sa Kanya, that is your salvation. Although a devotee uh, personally, he just wants to serve Krishna. It doesn't really matter where Krishna will take him. Krishna will take him to the material world or the spiritual world or the hellish planets or the heavenly planets or it's a limbo, whatever. Yeah. His desire only is to serve Krishna, to be pleasing to his spiritual master and Nitai Gaur and Krishna. That's it. Wherever he goes, whatever situation he may be facing in this world, such is the consciousness of a devotee of Krishna. Okay, Alinette?
Haribol, I just remembered, sir. Uh,
Mm.
uh, there is a couple, both of them are disciples na, and the guy is about to leave. Still, his mind is wandering. Sometimes, he is not
Mm.
focused. Sabi niya, I still have my change to that boy. May sukli pa ako sa pinabili ko. Sabi niya gano'n. And yung lady
Mamamatay na lang, ano?
is, opo, opo. At tapos yung lady, keeps on reminding him, you just focus, don't mind that anyway. And then the guy would say, oh, yes, thank you, thank you. So it is also important that somebody would assist
Yes,
the person who is dying.
yes. It
Yun
is
po.
important. Like, for example, if you're married to somebody, you actually, marriage actually means, uh, you help each other. It is a union by which you help each other spiritually. You remind each other. Yeah, if your partner is going astray, it is your duty to remind him or to remind her that, I respect your freedom, and Krishna respects your freedom. Srila Prabhupada respects our freedom, but because I love you, I have care for you, don't do this. Yeah, it actually helps when somebody reminds you of the reality of the situation, rather than bahala ka sa buhay mo, yung ganon. You know, iruin mo yun, bigla pa niya naalala na may utang sa kanya yung tinda. Instead of, and they are already disciples, but because of that union, it's very important. Yung union na yon, uh, um, yun yung assistance na makukuha mo at the time of death. Kasi mayroong magsasabi sa iyo, pag you're going astray already in devotional service, why do they do that? Because they care. They care. They don't hate you. Hindi sila nagiging kontrabida sa buhay mo. But they're there to actually assist you. Ganon din yung mga family members natin. No? Yung family members natin are there to assist us, especially when we're about to leave our bodies. And they're all devotees. Uh, they sometimes people they forget about the spiritual world. They forget about the sweetness of the holy names of Krishna. Yeah, but somehow or other, they've been chanting here, there, ganun lang, intermittently. But family members can help that too. Yung mga anak natin, tutulungan tayo niyan. They can come near us, and like if your body is very old, sometimes hindi mo na nga magalaw yung bibig mo, ganyan. So family members can chant. Yeah, all they come near you and then chant the holy names, chant kirtan, while you are ready to leave. Yeah, so it makes you very, very uh, feeling of gratitude, no, to your loved ones. Problema kasi sa mga materialist, no, when their loved ones die, they're just there. Whatever the doctors say, okay ka lang. You don't even tell the doctors, "Teka doc, sandali lang, magpe-pray muna kami," gano'n, no? I remember when my wife was passing away, I was in the emergency room. The doctors, there are like three of them. One doctor asked me, "What is my relationship with with a patient, and I said, she's my wife. So, Doc, I said, Doc, please allow me to come near you while doing all your, you know, your thing. Please allow me to come near her. I want to talk to her. Yeah, so it is really the family member who will have an upper hand. Hindi yung doktor. You go there. So ano, I held her hand and I talked to her on her ears. Kasi at the time of death kasi, gentle dapat ang ano mo. Very gentle ang handling mo sa kanila. Very gentle. Huwag kang mag-ano, Krishna, Krishna, Haribol, 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 Krishna, Krishna. Like that. Hindi dapat ganun. Hindi dapat ganyan. You know, because mas lalo lang sila na freak out. Mas lalo lang sila na, na matatakot nun pagka ganun. Yeah, very, very, so what I did was, I have a, I have my cell phone with Srila Prabhupada's kirtan. Kumuha ako ng earpiece, earphone. Nilagay ko sa ano niya, sabi ko, uh, please come back. We have so many things to do yet. But if you feel that you can't come back anymore, yeah, your journey is straight on to Krishna, okay? Then that is also very nice. So nilagay ko yung chanting dun sa kanya until she passed away. At yung chanting na yun yung samadhi chant ni Srila Prabhupada. Ah, uh, yan po yung mga binibigay sa ating mga seminars on angel scaring, angel scare,
Caring angels, sir.
caring of,
Caring angels.
caring angels, right? Caring angels. You have to know what to do at the time of death. Your loved ones and even yourself. You have to know what to do. Hindi lang tayo dapat, that is ignorance eh. Kapag hindi mo alam, especially you forget that you are not the body, magkakaroon ka pa ng attachments eh. Magkakaroon ka pa ng attachments. So, it's very, very important that our family, the family help each other, not only materially, financially, emotionally, yeah, but we help each other spiritually. That is the most important thing. Help each other spiritually. Napakaganda if your wife or your partner is a devotee of Krishna, then you are very, very lucky, very fortunate to have your partner as a devotee of Krishna as well. Now, if your partner is not a devotee of Krishna, uh, would you be able to help? Yes, you can still be able to help. In other words, this early, you can talk to each other. You know, yung what will come up, what will come in the future. Tell him or tell her that just in case, I died instantly, okay, I want my body to be cremated, not buried. Dapat magkaalaman na kayo ngayon pa lang para hindi sila mabigla, no? I want my body to be cremated. Ganyan. And also, you know, when I'm when I'm already on the deathbed, please play chanting of the holy names of Krishna. Ito yung chant gagamitin. Yeah. Please be specific. Mm. And yeah, just continue chanting even though you found out that the person has already left because may monitor yan eh. Di ba yung monitor? When the monitor goes zzz, wala na, that means that wala nang, ano, wala nang signs of life dun sa katawan. That the soul, that the person has already left. And don't be in the illusion that just because nag-steady na yon, nawala na doon yung loved one mo. Wala lang sila sa body, but they are still there because they can still see their loved ones. They can still see people around, yeah, that they know. So it's best if you just continue chanting for an hour or two. Kahit na wala na, kahit na straight na yung ano, yung monitor. Any other question?
Ah, Haribol namaste, sir. Si Florence, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Haribol.
Haribol Florence. Haribol Florence. Go ahead.
Kasi sir, related dyan ba, sir? Kasi syempre yung mga kamag-anak, kamag-anak ko, they are really Catholic ba, sir? Kahit
Mm.
na hindi sila nagcha-chant, but then we should recommend siguro, sir, that they also hear about Jesus at time of death, especially at time of death,
Mm.
about
Mm.
the glories of Lord Jesus, and chanting about Lord Jesus. Di
Yes,
ba, sir?
pwede yun.
Ano,
Pwede.
pero,
Yeah. Or you can sing Rest Peacefully. Rest peacefully, sweet soul. Ang dami ko nang ginanon. Yung mga tatay ng mga devotees, they are on their deathbed, they're in the hospital bed, etc. Tapos nandun kami, just so happened na nandun kami, bumisita kami, and then, we carried, alam na namin mangyayari eh, so we carried our guitar and, so we chanted Rest Peacefully, tapos we chanted, uh, the names of Lord Jesus Christ. Kasi doon sa, doon sa Rest Peacefully, may chanting yun sa dulo, sa dulo. Di ba? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It actually helps. So yung mga tao nandoon, they will ano yan, they will also be benefited by it. Just about a little a little less than 2 years ago, a good friend of mine who lives in Zamboanga City left his body. He was a devotee of Krishna, so because there was no crematorium there in Zamboanga, the family just decided to bury his body in the family cemetery. And they all agreed. No? So wala na kami nagawa doon. I came there, his body was already in the funeral parlor. Okay? And so what I did was may mga ano garlands kami na galing sa sa deities. Yeah, we brought it there and put it there on his coffin, and you know so we just chanted. Mm. Tapos paghapon, maraming dumadating. All his classmates from the Chinese school as well as in the Ateneo when he was still studying, all went there. Pag ganun yung tao eh. At parating puno yung chapel. And, we were there just chanting. Very, very, very gentle chanting lang ginagawa namin. And some of the family members and classmates of my friend, they came near me and said, "Wow, what are you singing? It's so nice. Ang ganda-ganda naman yung yung kinakanta nyo." Sabi ko, ito yung practice kasi ni Robert, no? He practices what is known as bhakti yoga. Ganon. Love for God. And God has plenty of names. He's got millions of names. But these names only refer to one person. So, yun. They like the chanting. So nakakatulong, aside from nakakatulong tayo dun sa departed ones, we also are able to help those family members and friends of the departed when they're there listening. Kasi nandun naman sila yan, di ba? Pag attend ka when you visit somebody in the funeral, you stay there for like 1 hour, right? Parang paying your last respects. And some would stay there for like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. So what we did was we uh, we also gave out some prasadam to them, some sweets like this. So they were able to eat prasadam, hear the holy names of Krishna. Yeah. Ganon. And emphasize, of course, the name of Lord Jesus Christ. So, sila, very accepting naman sila pagdating sa ganon. Any other question? Okay lang, Flo?
Haribol, namaste, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Haribol, namaste. Wow. 1 hour na pala yun. Alinet, would you like to do the exit kirtan, Alinet? Wala yata si Alinet. Nandito si Sharni.
Andito. Ay, sige po ma'am, si Ma'am Sharnie na po ma'am. Sir, Haribol.
Okay. Kasi kagabi ikaw, di ba?
Yes po.
Sharni. Yeah, Sharni, are you there? Ribol. Pang wala yata si Sharni.
Haribol, sir.
Yeah. Chant for about 6 to 8 minutes.
8 minutes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shani, nakamute ka ha? Please unmute your microphone.
Sorry, sir. Haribol. Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Sita Prabhupada Jaya Jaya, Gurudev Jaya Jaya, Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya, Shri Chaitanya Jaya Jaya, Nityananda Jaya Dvaita, Chandra Jaya, Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Jaya, Shri Chaitanya Jaya Jaya, Nityananda Jaya Dvaita, Chandra Jaya, Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Jaya, Gurudev Jaya Jaya, Tagore Jaya Jaya, Gurudev Jaya Jaya, Nitai Gaur Jaya Jaya, Gurudev Jaya Jaya, Nitai Gaur Jaya Jaya, Gurudev Jaya Jaya, Nitai Gaur Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna Jaya, Vrindavan Shri Govinda, Gopinatha Madana, Mohana Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna Jaya, Vrindavan Shri Govinda, Gopinatha Madana, Mohana Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna Jaya, Vrindavan Shri Govinda, Gopinatha Madana, Mohana Nityananda, Hari Bol Gauranga, Hari Bol 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 Nityananda, Hari Bol Gauranga, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, 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 Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you so much, sir.
Ribol, thank you very much, Shani, for that wonderful kirtan. And I'd like to thank everyone for your participation. Um, and also, I would like to thank the Kaban League family for the assistance. And of course, Sharni for being my co admin in the room. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Thank you. Mandy, thank you very much, Mandy.
Thank you, sir. Haribol. Namaste. Haribol, everyone.
Yeah. Mr. Praveen, thank you.
Maraming salamat po.
Walang anuman, Mr. Praveen. Elinet, thank you. Yoli,
Haribol.
Haribol, Haribol, namaste. Si Yoli at saka yung family ni Isaac, thank you very much. Sino pa ba? Si Joe and Florence, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Haribol, namaste, sir. Ingat, Haribol.
Haribol, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Nitai Gaur. So have a blessed Sunday ahead of you. Yeah. So as I've said, let's watch out for this intermittent earthquake that's happening in our country right now. Every 3 to 4 days, there's an earthquake one after the other. So we have to be very careful, no? Don't go to buildings that are high, etc. And if there's some earthquake, immediately go to some empty space. Dun pumunta. Okay, and also try to stay away from coastal areas because of the tsunami alert. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Jaya Krishna, Jaya Nitai Gaur, Haribol.